Hi there guys, I'm Nikhil from Greedy Tech and this is the unboxing of the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus. So guys, this is the box and this is the latest and greatest from Samsung for the first half of 2019. Now this S10 Plus is truly a benchmark for all the Android phones. It really packs everything. On-screen ultrasonic fingerprint scanner, Infinity O display with an AMOLED display, Dolby Atmos sound enhancement, wireless charging, reverse wireless charging, IP68 water resistance, triple camera setup. It still has an audio jack and it still costs less than the iPhone XS. So this phone is truly packing a lot of cool stuff. So I'm really excited to see this phone and unbox it. But sadly, this is already an unboxed phone. I bought it in a Samsung store and they insisted on opening it up for generating some code and I had to let them open it. So this is gonna be like a re-unboxing of the Samsung S10 Plus. So once again, here's the box. On the front, it simply says S10 Plus at the top. At the bottom, we have the IMEI numbers and some information. And on the back, we have the complete or partial list of specifications followed by Knox security and BIOS. So here's the seal and it says Indian SIM card only. And once we break it up, this is how the phone looks, or this is how it opens up. By the way, there is a box underneath the cover, which is like a new thing. Usually it is placed on the phone, but for this box, phone is placed at the top and the extra contents are placed over here. We'll look at it in a minute, but let's come to the box itself. So here's the phone. This is the S10 Plus in the ceramic black color, which we'll come back to in a minute. Next, we have the fast charger. This is a regular 15 watts charger, just like the previous Samsung phones got. Something better would have been great. Next, we have this tiny adapter, a Type-C to USB-A adapter in the black color. Next, we have the Type-C cable. So guys, finally, these are the AKG earbuds and they are braided. So it definitely adds a bit of life to it. And you also get this extra ear tips. So these are all the contents of the box. Now let's look at the other box. So here it is. This is how we pick it up. And inside this box, we probably have some documentation and a free case. So here's the SIM card ejector. Next, we have the documentation, quick start guide and so on, warranty card, and finally a free plastic bumper case. It's not flexible, it's a hard plastic. So guys, coming back to the phone, this is how it looks like. It has a cutouts for the front camera and it doesn't have any cutout for the fingerprint scanner. That's a bit surprising. And on the back, this is how it looks like. So let me just peel off this cover. So this is the black or ceramic black color and it just looks stunning. Well, at least for me. Now this is the free case that we get inside the box. So let me put it on and see how good it is. So guys, this is how the phone looks with the free case on. And it's just a hard plastic bumper case and it's pretty much useless. Well, it is attracting smudges and it is kind of slippery. And it doesn't have any raised lip. Well, it does has a teeny bit of raised lip for the camera module. So it can protect a camera a little. But on the whole, this case that we get free inside the box is pretty much useless and I would definitely recommend you to get a better case as soon as possible. If you want any recommendation, I will suggest you to try out the UAG cases. That's the one I've already ordered. I'm really waiting for that. So I'll probably make a video for that as well. Now coming back to the phone, let's have a quick physical overview and then check out the specs. On the back, this particular phone comes with a ceramic back panel, which truly looks like a mirror. Like I can clearly see myself looking at a true mirror. So it's just gorgeous and in no way it looks like a black color. Now with that said, at the top it is a horizontal camera module with a triple camera setup with a 12 megapixel primary camera with variable aperture varying from f1.5 aperture to f2.4 aperture. That's followed by another 12 megapixel secondary camera with telephoto lens with f2.4 aperture, and at the end we have the 16 megapixel ultra wide angle camera with f2.2 aperture and 123-degree field of view. Below that, we have just the Samsung branding and some more specifications at the bottom. On the front, it has a massive 6.4-inch dynamic AMOLED display with Quad HD Plus resolution, which Samsung calls Infinity O display. It has 88.9% screen to body ratio with 522 ppi. Now on the top right corner, we have a 10 megapixel front facing camera with dual pixel autofocus with 80-degree field of view and f1.9 aperture. Following that is an 8 megapixel secondary camera used for just depth sensing. At the bottom of the screen, it is completely plain and the chin there is quite small. Now on the right side, it has just a single button, that's the power button, which is made of metal and has a nice clicky feel to it. On the left side, we have the volume rocker along with a dedicated button for Bixby. At the top, it has a secondary microphone for noise cancellation and a SIM card tray housing a nano SIM slot and a hybrid SD card slot. So you can use either two nano SIMs or a nano SIM and an SD card. You can use SD card up to 512 gigabytes, which is really huge. Now finally at the bottom, we have one of the stereo speaker followed by the microphone, Type-C charging port and the 3.5mm audio jack. At the top above the display, it has the earpiece along with the second stereo speaker. Now coming to the rest of the specifications, under the hood this phone sports an Exynos 9820 octa-core processor with Mali G76 MP12 GPU with 8GB of RAM and 512GB of storage. It will be running a skinned version of Android called One UI from Samsung based on Android 9.0, that's Android Pie. Unlike the previous Samsung S series phones, this phone has a massive 4100 mAh battery. It obviously supports fast charging, comes with a 15 watts power adapter inside the box. It even has fast wireless charging 2.0 and supports wireless power share, which is nothing but reverse wireless charging. Now with all these things packed together, this phone has a thickness of 7.8 mm and weighs 198 grams. Now a regular S10 Plus with a glass back weighs 175 grams, but this phone comes with a ceramic back, so it weighs about 198 grams. Now yes, it has a bit of weight to it, but doesn't feel heavy at all. Weight distribution on this phone has been done really well. And as far as the back goes, as I've said, it's a mirror finish, it looks awesome, but it's a huge fingerprint magnet. So guys, that was the physical overview and the complete specifications. Now let me turn on the phone and see what we get right out of the box. I forgot to mention the pricing information. It's available in 3 variants. Base variant is priced at 74,000 rupees for 8GB of RAM and 128GB of storage. Next variant is priced at 92,000 rupees for 8GB of RAM and 512GB of storage. And the final variant is priced at 1,18,000 rupees for 12GB of RAM and 1TB of storage. That's like insanely huge. It's available in 3 colors: Prism White, Prism Blue and Prism Black. You can also get the ceramic black and ceramic white versions, but they are in limited stock and they are not available for the base variant. So now I'm going to register the fingerprint. It's asking me to press harder. I am pressing the display pretty hard. Now some part of it is done. Now it's done, so let's fast forward a bit. So guys, this is how the phone looks once we turn it on. I just turned it on and connected to the Wi-Fi, and it's already downloading some stuff and doing all kinds of notifications, and we already got a software update. So I'll do it later. So for now, let's check out this awesome looking phone. So these are all the apps that come pre-installed. A few Samsung applications, that's pretty basic applications, just the phone dialer, messaging app and My Files application, that's the file manager. Next we have some Google applications, and finally Microsoft applications. These can be considered as bloatware. So besides these applications, it's pretty much empty. There are no extra applications, and if you really want those Samsung applications, you can download them from Samsung App Store. Anyway, for now let's check out this new One UI. So this is the Samsung's latest UI, and this is the notification area, and unlike other phones, it literally took out the entire screen. Now this One UI will be shipped to other Samsung phones as well. So this is the latest UI from Samsung, and it's called One UI, which is made in collaboration with Google to make the phone much more comfortable to use with a single hand. Now let's check out the about page section. So this phone is running One UI version 1.1 based on Android version 9.0, that's Android Pie, and it has the January security patch. With the latest update, we might get the March update. I'll talk about it at the end of the video. Now coming to storage information, out of that 512GB of space, we get about 463 GB for your user apps and user data, and out of that 8GB of RAM, you get about 4.4GB of free RAM right out of the box, or approximately 5GB of RAM right out of the box. So that's the storage information. Now let's check out the camera interface, which is one of the most highlighting features of this phone. So this phone has the triple camera setup, a primary wide angle camera, that's this. Next we have the telephoto lens, which is simply a 2x zoom, and next we have the ultra wide angle lens with 123-degree field of view. So here's another quick look at it in the landscape mode. First we have the primary camera, regular wide angle camera. Next we have the telephoto lens with 2x zoom, and at the end we have the ultra wide angle camera. So the difference is insanely huge, and the shutter sound is also quite good. So this is the picture from telephoto lens. Next we have the wide angle picture, and this is the ultra wide angle picture. I'll show you more pictures later, but let's have a quick look at the camera interface. So this is the default interface that you see once we turn on the camera application, and you can switch between all the cameras just by using this toggle over here. and you can swipe left or right to change between different modes. On the left side we have the live focus mode to take portrait shots, and we also get these 3D lighting effects just like the iOS or the latest iPhones. Next we have the Pro mode, that's manual mode, followed by panorama, and at the end we have a dedicated food mode which simply super saturates the colors probably. Now coming to the right side we have the video recording mode. So we can record video directly using the telephoto lens or the regular camera, or even by using the ultra wide angle camera. So that's pretty cool. Now coming to video recording, we can record video in 4K at 60 fps. This primary camera and the telephoto lens also comes with optical image stabilization, while the wide angle lens doesn't. Now this one still supports super slow motion, that's 960 fps in HD resolution, and you can record it from here. Next we have the regular slow motion, and at the end we have hyperlapse. So that's the camera interface for the rear camera, and this is how the front camera looks like. There is some construction work going on, so that's why it looks all pink, so just ignore that. So this is the interface for the front facing camera, and you have two toggles over here. So this is the regular selfie mode and this is the wide angle selfie mode. Now this one has just one primary camera, so you might be wondering why does it have a toggle like this. So the primary front facing camera, or the only front facing camera, has 80-degree field of view, and this is how it looks like. So many people might not like it, so they might prefer to go with this, which is a cropped image of that. Now the secondary camera over here is just used for depth sensing, that's to take portrait shots, and you can take them from the live focus mode over here. Once again you have all these 3D lighting effects, or whatever Samsung wants to call them. And on the right we can record video at a maximum resolution of 1080p. So there's no 4K or 2K for the front camera, unlike some other phones. So guys, this is the camera interface. We still have the regular same old gestures, like you can swipe up or down to switch between the front and rear camera, and you can swipe up this button to pull up a floating button. This is a shutter button. Now to disable it, you can simply swipe it down like that. So guys, this is the camera interface, and these are some sample pictures. So guys, now let's test the speaker loudness. By the way guys, haptic feedback on this phone is pretty good. So guys, that was the speaker, and it's pretty loud, and the stereo effect is also awesome. So overall, in terms of speaker loudness and audio quality from the speaker, that's the stereo speakers, it's pretty good. Now let's test the ultrasonic fingerprint scanner. So now the phone is locked, and we can see the fingerprint over here because of the always on display. So let me just try it. It works, but it is not fast. Definitely not faster than other regular fingerprint scanners. So it takes like a second. It's working, but as I've said, it's taking like a second. So guys, that was the ultrasonic fingerprint scanner. It is definitely not faster than your regular in-display fingerprint scanner that Vivo and Oppo phones are using, but it is more secure and it can possibly unlock the phone even when your hands are wet. Anyway, that's something I have to test, and I'll let you know more about it in the complete review. Now let's test face unlock. But before that, let me just set it up. By the way, this one doesn't have any iris scanner, so it's the regular face unlock feature. So guys, now let's test the face unlock feature. So here we go. It's pretty fast. It's not super fast like the OnePlus phones or Oppo Vivo phones, but it's pretty fast. Definitely usable. Now this is a bit of low lighting conditions and it still works. I wish it was a bit more faster. Now right out of the box in the display settings we can see that this phone is set to Full HD Plus resolution. So this is set in this way to improve battery life. But if you're willing to sacrifice a little battery for better resolution, you can always change it from here. Now going back, this phone also has a dedicated night mode, which is one of the most highlighting features of One UI. So once you enable this night mode, everything changes to night mode. That's to a dark theme. So this is your notification area, notification toggles. This is your default phone dialer. System apps change to dark theme. But besides that, rest of the areas like recent apps page or even your default launcher still has the blurred background. So this is the night mode, and this is something I really like on OnePlus phones. So it's pretty cool to have it even on a Samsung phone. Now going on next, this phone even comes with some new gestures, like you can enable it from the navigation bar settings. Just select full screen gestures. So you can swipe from the right side to go back, swipe from the center to go home, swipe from the left side for recent apps, just like Vivo phones. And now you can swipe from the center and hold for Google Assistant. This phone also supports reverse wireless charging. So just enable this toggle and put a device on the back of your phone to wirelessly charge the device. Once you remove the secondary device, this feature will be disabled automatically, and it doesn't work if your battery percentage is already too low. Now before I conclude, these are the Antutu and Geekbench scores. So guys, this is a new Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus, which is definitely a great successor for the last year's S9 Plus. This phone packs great hardware with an impressive Infinity O display, with a triple camera setup for the first time in the Samsung Galaxy S series, with a massive battery and reverse wireless charging. Just like the latest iPhones, even Samsung has launched this phone, Samsung S10, in 3 different variants: Samsung S10e, S10 and the S10 Plus. So you can always pick an S10 which fits your budget and fits your needs. So guys, what do you think about this phone? If you're gonna buy a phone above 50,000 rupees, is this the one that you're gonna buy? Do let us know by commenting below this video, and stay tuned for the complete review. We will be posting it in a week. So guys, that's pretty much it for this video. Thanks for watching. If you have any doubts, comment below this video or tweet out to us with the hashtag AskGreedyTech on Twitter, and we will try to make it as soon as possible. I'm Nikhil from GreedyTech signing off. Have a nice day.